Okay, we're back with part two. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're talking about the church a little bit, kind of school. So you went from kindergarten till what grade were you? Did you get into public school?
Sophomore.
Huh?
Sophomore year.
So you of high school?
11, grade 11. And halfway through 11, I went to public school. So I did 2 years.
Is that high school though?
Yeah.
Okay.
1.5 years of high school I did in
How
Catholic
did
school.
that affect you? Like, I mean, even though like we're not some of the but I was want to talk about for a minute, like your first impressions of rock and roll. Like, so you're a young kid, you're at Catholic school. Were you allowed to watch mainstream television like most kids?
And I mean, by the time I was in high school,
Yeah.
I would wake up every morning and watch like Love and Rockets, A Haunted Fish Tank, or The Cure in Orange.
So that was one of the first bands you ever liked. Was like that? Who was like? What was your one of your first favorite? I know you had tapped on music, so I don't know about the influence. But like when you were a kid, like what was your first favorite band? Where you're like, I love this shit.
My first.
Yeah, I remember. Like for me, it was probably Kiss. I mean, the Beatles were around and stuff, Stones, but.
I think Michael Jackson.
Huh?
I think Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
But there was a lot of Motown. I grew up in Detroit, so like, I didn't have a favorite. I had a favorite sound. I liked Motown.
Okay, so you weren't really like a rock and roll
Motown
kid that you look like a rocker now, but like when you were younger, it wasn't like necessarily what you identified with.
I liked Motown.
Okay,
When I was a kid,
was that your parents get you into it, or you just naturally liked it?
I just lived in Detroit. I lived.
And that was the heyday, right? It was like what was kind of happening. 60s
No.
and 70s.
I that was like I'm born 1974, so like 1979, 1980.
It wasn't Motown's peak, no, but I mean it was just right after they had kind of crested a little bit from the 60s and the 50s.
But they played all that stuff. Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, the Four Tops, the Temptations.
Okay, so it was more urban music.
Yeah.
So when you describe your group of friends at this time, it could be anywhere from like third grade, coming of age in third grade until about maybe 6th or 7th, just like that kind of like, we're just kind of skipping past that. I think it's important to kind of just acknowledge these different steps of our growth. So I'm just saying you're kind of like already old enough to kind of be your own person, but you're not really free yet to maybe you were always free, but for most kids that are 12, 11, you start to be able to, go down to the roller rink, do all your stuff without not having, supervision. At least for Gen X, that's what it was like.
It was skateboarding for me.
Okay.
Skateboarding.
So that was your big hobby.
Skateboarding, and once I got into skateboarding, it was The Cult, Love and Rockets, The Cure, Bauhaus.
So you guys, the first bands that you liked in like of rock and roll were kind of goth bands.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah.
That's my.
And that's
heart,
like OG shit.
That's my
right?
heart and